Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals at 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so I think we start again with some reviews where reviews are possible. Let's see. So we have this one. Let's see that. Not consistent. Okay. Looks like it has mother power. Commits some. Steps in them. Okay. So this change here has use Wickel evac button for ground wake. It's probably some other change then. Let me see. Button evacuate. Here, it's this one. Here's the evacuate button mapping change. Button mapping, button position change, reference change. So let's compare this one with this one. So we are expecting exactly this much. Wait, this is the same change we're looking at. This one. So let's take a look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just 13. Okay, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It has more. Why? Okay, so the first observation here is this one should be empty crawler. This as well. Yeah. Okay. Then let's see what else we have. Okay. Positional offset. Destroyed Hulk visibly shifts backwards from the unit's original position. Yeah. Let's see that again. Yep. And same with the ECM tank. It shifts backwards, the damaged model. Okay. After, by the way, the same should be for those. So this is fixed, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, one of the dosers has the same issue. Mhm. Mhm. Add missing low fuel voice audio for all China mic variants. This change adds the following low fuel voice audio for all China mic variants. Event plays when turning to a missing airfield for all jets and can be heard across the map as a distinct warning for the player to take action. I will need a landing strip. Get me down before it's too late. Where's the airfield? Yes. So mic voice, low fuel. Jet mic. I don't really care for the cinnamons. Boss. Voice, low fuel. Okay, that looks fair. Is the order also correct? Okay. What is the reference change of this? Low fuel voice. Okay. Proof. Very good. There we go. Okay. Good. Then let's go to code. Let's see what's currently approved. So this one is approved. This, and this. So I think this one is good to merge. Fixed on game merge. Okay. Confirm squash and match. Good. Then let's check this one. Guess we can resolve this. Do we need real values? Okay, looks like he says it's not needed. Okay. By runway. Okay. Okay, I think we can merge this one. Safe load. Okay. Fix aircraft carrier losing its order when saving. Okay. Okay. Next. Guard against null, bold font. No longer crashes. This still has a to-do action item. Okay. One to-do left and bot complaints. Okay, what do we have here? So this one. Okay. Okay, I think we can just merge that. Handle replay deletion during version mismatch prompt. Okay. It was introduced in this project. Is that true? Replace unmarked in use. Okay. Okay, then we merge that. Bug fix replay. Okay. Okay, good. And I think that's it for now. Then let me see what we've currently open. Okay, so let's see that merge. This merge is wrong. This merge. Blah blah box. This needs reverting. Anim object. Okay, what about the header files of these things here? Like camera.h. Why is that not moved? I see. Okay. That's a bit unfortunate. I see, okay. box objects. Mm-hmm. Mm. Maybe we add private maybe we help CMake find this path from the core interface, core WW3D2 interface. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's next? So this guy. I think this one also needs to go behind a game defines this one. I think this stuff. I think this code here needs to go behind enable GUI hacks because the right data fix, the right fix for height is to remove it from the data, from the WND data files. The code is just this code here can go behind the define. To remove these elements from the WND data files. Hmm. Okay. Then let's look at one more. What does this do? Oh, I hate this AI generated text. It's always so much nonsense information. Like this probably can be written in 2 lines, this change, I imagine. And the AI is so good in generating all sorts of bullshit information that no human needs. How the new code works. Self-healing net state. Okay, so it's actually not removing anything. It's re-implementing something. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong here. Button firewall refresh. Options ini. Requires players to manually click a refresh net button in the options GUI when changing network interfaces. Contaminated? Like, is this like a toxic spill, or what is this? What is this wording here? Contaminated with disk persistent firewall state. What? There's no contamination in code. What the hell is this writing about? How the new code works. Automated in-engine RAM lifecycle. What the hell is that word? In-engine RAM lifecycle. Net state classification behavior is managed 100% in memory within this. Like, this is an absolute bullshit AI term. Like, no one would write this. Transparent background probing. Non-blocking stun probing runs in the background during online lobby entry, caching the classified result in RAM for the remainder of the game session. Self-healing reader detection. If a peer connection times out or the user selects a new IP address in options, resets and RAM to seamlessly trigger a fresh background probe. The Okay, I think I need some different music here. Fully encapsulates stun probing state. Okay, I think I need to. So, to me, this AI generated text is a whole lot of garbage. Let's take a look at the code. Hopefully, that's not as much garbage. Okay, so it removed here a bunch of settings. Man, what's going on here with this music? Why is this so... Why is this so bad? Okay, why is this private now? Why does this use uppercase IP variable? Okay, I don't know why this is private here. That's weird. Detect firewall behavior. Firewall helper. Okay, so it's a bigger change. It removed some settings here. Okay. Man, it's only trash here. Okay, that's also trash. Okay, it's too bad that it's already replicated in generals. Let me set that to viewed for now. So that's out of the view. Don't want to review this twice. Good. Okay, in global data, it removes firewall behavior and that, okay. Maybe we deprecate them instead of deleting. Otherwise, there may be confusion why some global data.ini settings do not exist in code. But as we had, we have migrated this to self-healing. Avoid using we. Here comments personless. Best put behind enable GUI hacks define. Not pref. Get best known firewall behavior. Okay. Firewall helper. Login menu update. Behavior detection update. Login menu update. I don't understand this here. What does this do? Behavior detection update. Why does the WL login need a firewall helper updates? Isn't the firewall helper needed for peer-to-peer connections? Get best known firewall behavior. Quick match menu system. Don't need to detect firewall, already been done. Oh. Welcome menu update. So I guess you put it there because other screens also have this update. Okay. Maybe we can deprecate them instead of deleting. Yeah. We failed net negotiation. Perhaps we need to redetect firewall settings. We don't trust the user to do it for themselves. We force them to do it next time the login. Flag need to refresh. Begin update. It's quite a big thing that is being done here. Let's say camera case variable. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I see. Flag needs to refresh. Looks like this class is not intended to set state elsewhere in the program, and in the program can this be implemented differently to keep the focus of this class clean? I think this class option preferences the only effect it should have is write this option ini file, the user settings, but it shouldn't magically set program state, right? So like if we call set LAN IP address here, then it should not have a side effect and also refresh some state. It should just write to the options ini, so that even if we don't write to the option ini, program behavior is not changed. Reason being, options.ini should not be tied to make the game work. Make the game Okay. Spacing. Ah, it's also doing it like this. Okay, never mind. Delete. Is behavior detection complete? Can be const. Behavior detection complete. Current state done. Last behavior. Last source port allocation delta. Okay. Setup game spy. Okay. Um, can this ever be not null at this point? Can this condition ever be false at this point? If not, can it be placed with an assert? Mhm. Good. I guess this file is the crux of the whole implementation. Mhm. 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 I think I will delete this because the other functions also have this. So, create firewall helper. Detect firewall behavior. Mhm. Best known firewall behavior. Okay. Why is this not member of if all it does is interact with can this be member? All it does is interact with. Can it be member of that? Mhm. Same for this other one. Mhm. So firewall helper is not null, is behavior detection complete, and is not unknown. Get firewall behavior. Get last is not unknown. Get last is complete. Firewall behavior. What does this do? Current state. Mhm. This pass looks unnecessary. Just return. Just return this if it is unknown. Mhm. Get best known source, port, allocation delta. I don't even know what that means. Is behavior detection complete? As firewall behavior. Okay, actually I see. So it has this flow and this flow is consistent with this flow. Then I would say we delete this comment. Then I think it's fine for consistency's sake. Okay. Okay, detect firewall. What does it do? Behavior unknown. Behavior firewall type unknown. Right. Okay. So I start to understand what this change does. Basically, get rid of the persistent state of this, and just like every time you launch the game, it just detects it freshly, which I agree is better. There's no need to store a setting unless it's computationally outrageously expensive. You need to refresh it for hours, yeah, to get the state, but that seems very unlikely. It's probably just a matter of milliseconds, if at all. So if behavior is unknown, then it will do this, return false, detect firewall. Can we show this side by side? Okay, so this is the same. If flag detect firewall behavior. Input flag whether or not to refresh monkey. So I think this flag argument looks very useless. Should be removed. Monkey text above. It's updating then. So detect firewall behavior, calls, reset, current try, blah blah blah. Okay. Last behavior. 0 behavior. Okay, why did it not do all of this before? Mm-hmm. 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 Net get best known. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No games by config skipping detection. Mm-hmm. 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 Good. Let me ask, how did you test this change? Well, how can this change be tested? Did you test it? Does it work? I wouldn't know how to test it without GameSpy server. Mm-hmm. So this is network enhancement minor GenZH. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I think that was enough review for 1 hour, 10 minutes. Then let's get back to our code here. So last session we wanted to investigate some problem here. I already forgot what it was, but there was some weirdness, if I recall correctly. Probably should have put a comment as to what that was. Was it here? So directory, file system, token, tokenizer, token data. Right, I think it didn't find the ignored file in here, right? Why was that? Tokenizer. Directory. Data. Right, so right, so it does find the directory, and then what? Last token is that. Then result range not valid. Files. File system any files. Okay, that's fair. Ignore auto. Does file exist? File name game data ini. So this one should not exist because we have it ignored. So let's see what happens. So this one is good. Does file exist? So step in here, directory. There we go. Dear info. So token to lower data any default game data any blah. So find data. Directory. Default. Okay, this looks correct. Results. Data any default. Does file exist? I think the problem here is that We are not. We're not skipping. Does file exist? Range. Info files. Right. But we do have this here. File name, game data in archive file info. So this one is not checking for ignore. So IT. Right. So here we have ignore. Get archive file info. File list and directory. What is file list? File system. I think we should turn this into path. Less than path. So the question is now, should we here return null if it is ignored? Who's calling this function? I would say we do inside of this. Like it should be invisible. Or not. Ignore. Archive file info. Yeah, I think we should probably say here if it second ignore, then return null ptr. File info. But this one is different, isn't it? Archive file. Ah, it's this one, okay. I see. Ignore. Or we say think it's fine. Let's call this let's call this archived file info. Okay, let's try that. Okay. So then let's archive directory blah. Okay. File exists. So game data ini blah blah. Does file exist? Then here it will return range valid archive file get file info, and that will now do this, and here ignore true. Game data ini. So all of these files will now be ignored. True. Okay, so this is null, false, done. False. Does file exist? Okay, so there's that. There was one more problem that we thought of, that is, if we ignore, we also need to refresh the cache, right? So how do we do that? So we have ignore file, and we have a file exist cache here. So we probably need to say, what do we say? I think if success, so if it has actually ignored or unignored something, if success and if we lift and ignore, then we don't need to do anything. But if we add an ignore, then I think we need to hash map file exist map. Okay, I think what we need to do is first we do key hash path equal to path. Argument list is missing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have that shit, and then we do ignore file exist cache. So ignore file. So if ignore directory, yeah. Okay, I realize there's another problem in one of these files we use starts with right. No. Maybe here. Here. I think here we have a problem. Because this starts with thingy will not work with a directory hash map. Right. I think what we need is a starts with pass or pass starts with. Let me go to pass util. So here we have compare pass. Let me open browser ChatGPT. Can you write also write a function starts with pass that follows the same rules? what semantics you want. Fu does not start with Fuba. Fuba starts Fuba Bas, yeah. Starts with pass. Okay. Let me copy paste that thing. Compare path. Starts with path. So inline bool starts with path. Path starts with path. AB path. So starts with path. Path prefix. Sparse separator. To lower ASCII. Path prefix. Otherwise, the next character must start a new path component. Is that needed? Oh. Okay, I'm not so sure about this last thing here. That seems a bit odd. Compare pass. So this last thing, pass component prefix. Pass component prefix. Let me say it's fine if path is fine if say foo does start foobar. Mm-hmm. 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 Return prefix equals 0. Compare pass, except it succeeds as soon as a normalized prefix is exhausted. Compare pass, except. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's see, where does it differ with the other one? Mm-hmm. Why is this called CQ now? What? CA? CP? CQ? Oh, because it's after P. Mm-hmm. 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 Compare path. Mm-hmm. Starts with path. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think it makes sense, yeah. Ignore trailing separators in the prefix. I don't like the namings here though. CP, reads a bit confusing. Mm. How about compare paths A, B? Prefix. 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 I don't know. Maybe we call it start. Start. Other words for synonym for start. Begin. Let's do it for prefix. Okay. Affix. I don't have a better idea. Ignore trailing separators in the prefix. Man, why it's all trash here? What's going on with the sun here? It's shining through the mountain. What is this? AI is out of control. So, pass separator, prefix. Oh man, it's already annoying me. What about those birds here? Let's hear the birds. Oh boy. Okay, what about these birds here? Oh, it's piano music. I don't like that. But the birds are cute. This is AI generated, isn't it? Yeah. It's all AI. Oh, that sucks. Are there any real ones? It's probably all AI generated, isn't it? Because it's hard to capture birds like this in the wild. and get them in the frame. Oh, this is not AI, is it? This looks real. This looks real. Yeah, wow. Looks like people do actually still go through the hard labor of actually doing it in real life, which is much better than AI. Much more realistic. Okay, but this bird looks unreal. Look how shiny it looks. Is that real or is that AI? It looks real. Okay, I don't know why he flew away just to land again. That didn't make sense. That was weird. It looks pretty damn real. But it's annoying. It's to forest sounds. Yeah, I like this one here. That's good. This forest here. Okay, so yeah, I don't have a better idea for the names here, so let's just leave it as long as it works. Okay, and then we need to go to local. What was it here? Starts with this one. So starts with path first, and then here C str. Directory. .str. Is that right? .str. Okay. What's any other starts with? No. Okay. Well, this also means that we can go to type devs and remove this again, because that's no longer needed. Okay, good. But we were stopped at file system. File system. There we go. So if success and ignore, then we need to do ignore file. File exist. Ignore file. I think we just need to erase it, right? File name. That's it. Success and ignore. Yeah, I think that's it. And here, this directory, here we need to loop through the file exist cache. So we have const, no, yeah, Yeah, const iterator. Const iterator it equals begin for it is not end. Plus plus it. And then if starts with path it dot first dot cstr, and the prefix is directory.str. And if that is true, then it equals file exist.erase it else plus plus it. Then we remove this here and this and make it a while. There we go. I think that's it. Ignore directory. Let's add a comment here. Remove ignored file from existence cache. And here remove all ignored files from the existence cache. Okay, I think that's correct. Yeah. So, while we wait for the compilation, let's see what is new here. Okay, blah blah. Legacy send delay. Another AI generated change. Oh boy. Okay, it's minus 200 lines. Hardware extinction. It had zero effect on in-game performance. Fantastic. Okay, so then let's run this bitch. So let me put a breakpoint here and here, but there is no file exist cache at the time we ignore stuff, so this code I think is just theoretical for now. So ignore, like, yeah, it will ignore here, but the exist cache, oh, there's something in there. File system mini is in there, look at that. So what does it do now? Ah, okay, so it should now remove this file. Yeah. Which is interesting. Well, we just added this, yeah. Now we remove it. Yeah, okay, that's a good test, yeah. So starts with pass, is that right? Fast data ini. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, cool, that works. Then we have ignore file. File exists cache is empty, so there's nothing to do here. It's fine, and then we have another one. Okay. Okay, so that works. And now this one will also return false. Instance does not exist. Ah, okay, hold on. It also caches if something doesn't exist. Right. It also does that. So in that case, we actually yeah, okay, so I think that's interesting, yeah. Since we also cache whether a file does not exist, instance does not exist, 0. Yeah. Then we should say then we need to remove it always. Yeah, remove this file from the existence cache. All relevant files. Okay. Blah blah. Ignore. Erase. Okay, cool. Then blah blah blah. Okay. And crash. Crash because it now wants to initialize this and it can't, and so it fails, which is correct because we have ignored data ini, right? So the crash is now justified. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think this feature works now. I hope I didn't do any mistakes. We probably need to clean it up a bit. And yeah, I think it's good. It's a bit more on the complex side, I would say. This whole shebang. But I would say it should be pretty performant. Reasonably performant. So truncate trailing slash, not trash. Trim ends, yeah. Where's this used? Directory ignored. Okay, trailing slash. There's one more question I have here, but let me first remove all these things. No, I forgot what I wanted to follow up on. Has been 10 seconds. There was something. I forgot it. Oh, I think I have already Alzheimer. Oh boy. Yeah, there was something. Right, I remember. In archive file system. So, what was it? Archive file? Archive file for this one. So there are call sides of this here. Yeah. And there's a call side of this. Who's calling get file info? instance. Get file info. Open file. Get archive file. File name empty. Okay, maybe it's fine. File info. File info. Archive info. Now, I would say the only thing that is upsetting about this change is basically we are now we load all big files in But then, like, you could also argue that if you ignore something, you throw it out of the archive system, right? But then if you unignore it, then you would first need to load, you would first need to look into all big files again. So I think the implementation is okay. Yeah, it has advantages and disadvantages. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. At least you can then see in debugger also, like, why you don't get the file when it's ignored. You don't need to reload all big files if you decide to unignore something, even if it doesn't exist. Yeah, so there are some advantages. Yeah. Okay, I think it's fine. It seems to work. Yeah, good. There's still a bunch of to-dos that we need to attend. Fix. Right, so next token, let's take a look at that. So we never hit this here, but let me load into the game. So we added this here. Let me comment all this out. So then the game should boot again. Let's see if this here ever hits. Okay, the game boots. There's an intro. Yeah, great. Okay, the game works. Let's load some mission here. Okay, the game works. Fantastic. Okay, cool. Then close that. Then here we say we remove this shit. Okay, then here we add that. And on here, talk clear is empty. This clear. Why does this use Unicode string as delimiters here? What is that? Why is it doing that? It doesn't seem necessary. Const wchar t. Skip saps. Start and skip. is this? Null PTR. So if this is not PTR, then we do that. Okay. Will this work? Next token. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we leave it at that. Okay, we can also remove this. Okay, how about we create a new branch? Ignore add file system ignore all right, so then the first thing we do is this guy and this guy and then this guy and that's it. Then here we say fix string fix ASCII string next token Unicode string next token token clear okay, that's change number one. Then next, what else do we have? All right, so regarding this one here, we can equal to path. Yes. So I wonder if we should also template that thing or not. Because all the other ones are templated. I don't really know what the default behavior should be, because equal to. So what's the default one? Okay, what about less than okay? So what is the default there? I find this really confusing here, because this here, it invites errors because you would just use it, and if it's not overwritten, it would just do that, and then it doesn't work correctly, right? So it's kind of stupid, isn't it? I think this one is correct. String. Actually, do we actually care for this here as a template? I think it doesn't matter. Equal. String key equal. Because the CSTR will always be the same, no? Yeah, so I wonder if we can remove the templating here. We need it here. Yeah. Could make this template here. Yeah. Yeah, so I would say we put the template here on the function. I think That would be better, simpler, right? We also don't need this here. Yeah, I think that will do. Okay, let's see the compile errors we will get now. Yeah. There should be some. Yeah. So we can now remove this here and that. And then... and that as well. Okay. And that. Then we also remove this shit here. Don't no longer need this comment because we don't care. Okay, cool. What's the time? 2:40. So that compiles. Fantastic. So let's take a look at what we have here. We did add a parse core E libraries include. Yeah. So parse util, we didn't do anything with that. So we can revert that again. Let me do that. Parse util and yeah, so we remove this here. And we remove this. And interface. Yeah, let's revert this here. And this. Okay, so that should work. Let's compile that. Is there something easy we can look at? Let me take a look at this here. Okay, reload. There's a fail. What is a fail? No fail. Great. Good. Then we have that. So this one is not necessary because Core E always already has it. Good. Make the string uppercase. We added that. Find and replace. And to lower. So I think here we added a to upper and we fixed it to lower function. String case info. String case. So I think what we do is take this and this. And then we take all of this. And this. Okay. No. This one is unstage. To upper. Okay. So what do we do here? We fix the to lower function insofar that it no longer has this buffer with a fixed length. And yeah, that's it, right? And no, this was correct. Set would ensure a unique buffer. Yes, uppercase count. Plus this would also write a new string. Yeah, so this change does two things. One, gets rid of this limit. Yeah. And second, avoids allocating a new string if it already is lower. Right. That's what it does. Then how about we do let me make a clean fix here. So we unstage this. Then we have two upper. Let me take this. Okay. And then we go to ASCII string. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So we take this stage. There we go. Okay. And then here we can now re-add to upper. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is now a clean diff. And data, null PTO. So if we don't have data, return, there's still a validate. So string case info, uppercase count is 0, in full length 0. Info length 0. Do we need this here? This check? What is that for? What is this for? Length. Like if this one is 0, then this one is implicitly 0 as well, right? So well, no, this one could be 0 and this one could be not 0. Right. But then we don't care, we don't reach this then. So let's say this is not 0, then this can't be 0. So this check is useless here, I think. Yeah, let me remove that. And this one, it's probably the same story. If this one is not 0, then this one is also not 0. Implicitly. Yeah. So that's useless. Okay, I'm glad we settled that. ASCII string. Oh boy. The diff is totally broken again. Unstage. Remove. stage. Okay, there we go. Okay, then we say fix string, fix character length limit of limit and unnecessary allocation. Okay. Okay. I think that works. Text is very small. You probably can't read it. There we go. Okay. Regarding this one here, we can probably also do this here. Put up. Good. So then next step is the we're adding the toUpper function just for courtesy. Chore string implement ASCII string toUpper. Okay. Then what do we have next? Then right, we did something. Oh boy. Right. So we added this timestamp information here, set it to 0. And then we renamed this. What else did we do? And we removed this here. Right. So I think we can just take this thing. Same here. And then we also take this guy and this guy, just the order. Yeah, I think that was a change. So basically this call was unnecessary. File info. Yeah. File info. Yeah. Fix. So this is fix. Big file. Or just archive. Fix fix. I don't know why it called this here. It makes no sense. It would have gotten the timestamps if they existed on disk. Yeah. Fix timestamps in fix timestamps. Let's say a file info timestamps. Fix file info timestamps in this and this. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Then next. Oh boy. That's quite a big change, isn't it? I think here it starts with pass. We also need to add a comment. Test if an ASCII pass starts with another path and ignore case and different types of slashes. There's one question I have here. What if the prefix ends with a slash and this pass does not? Then it won't match, right? Or will it? Oh no, because of this here. Yeah. No, that should be fine. If an ASCII pair starts with another with, let's say, with a given path. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Right, then we also fix this one here. The multi-map. Okay. Now it's case. Trailing slash. Okay. Okay, cool. Then I would say here string key type. So we can make this separate change. This. Then we have this shit here. String key equals using this right now. Anyone? No one. So, string key equal to pairs. Well, if we wanted to update it, then we would need to go to file system, key hash. So, where is it? So, I think what we need to do here is hash string key equal. What about the other one? There's one more. Type def string key hash. Aha. Where do we have this in here? Hash const pointer. Const pointer. Ah. Do we need this here? RTS hash construct. To me, do we actually need this here? This guy? Can we just remove it? Can we do it like this? Or not? Can we do it like this? Hopefully. So I would say we make a copy of this. We say, so this one, so like this. Let me see if that compiles. Okay, that's a compiler. cannot deduce template arguments. Okay, so we need to specify it. Well, how about we just do const char? Type def, type name, string, const pointer, const pointer. Okay, that works. Then we take these guys, and then we take these guys, and then also all of these here. And then we say show str, let's say just utils proof utils, let's say polish some str utils. Okay. All right. Then we go back to file system .h, and then we put this back. So then we have all of these things. They are new. So node flags. Here we still have a to do. Pursuit. Pursuit. Yeah, okay, but if it's already in common, then we can remove it from here. And from here. Yeah. Find and replace a character. Do we still use that function? Oh, we don't. Oh, that's great. So do we want to remove it then? We could. Find and replace. Yeah, so we didn't end up using this. Yeah, so either we remove it or we keep it. I don't know. Okay, so we still need to apply the same changes to this one. How about so I think here we need to take this and this and this and this and this. Right. Directory ignored. File name sanity check. This. Okay, I think this is all we do right now. Yeah. Yeah, so we need to replicate this stuff to the other one, std local file system. Std local file system. There we go. So do we have this in there? We do. Then we change that. Then we have something here. That doesn't exist. Does file exist? Yeah. Does file exist? Okay, that looks different. Yeah. Then get file list and directory. So then we have this. Then we have ASCII. Then we have this. Then directory. So this function already looks different here. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Is that it? Doesn't have much similarities here, does it? Directory. So this, I would say, is refactor file system, simplify, string management, inert. Okay. Okay. Good. Then directory. Okay. Good. Then what is next? I think next is a break. Yeah. Good. Good. Then I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.